Hi, this is Osman. I am an energy healer, yoga and meditation teacher, and an entrepreneur. Please be sure to visit my website, yogawellness786.com, where you can enjoy contemporary discussions where I write about matters that are very pressing and urgent and beneficial, or challenges from current modern day perspective, together with modern scientific findings, combining the ancient wisdom of thousands of years ago. And also remember that we use natural therapies, ancient therapies, for healing or improving your lifestyle, but this is not a replacement for medical treatment. If you have a medical condition, please consult with a qualified and licensed medical professional in your locality. Okay, and that being said, I want to discuss the importance specifically of spiritual initiation and progress with regards to yoga, meditation, or spirituality efforts. So it is scientifically shown and proven that it is extremely beneficial to adopt yoga, meditation, and breath work into your daily lifestyle. But the amount of benefit that you achieve, as a regular person, on a regular level, is not even a fraction of what can be achieved if you have been spiritually activated, so to speak. So you need someone or something or a way or a technique to ignite this spark, or else it's like a dead fuse, right? And it's as though you're going to a movie and sitting outside the theater, and you're just seeing the excited faces of the people going in and out, of the theater, and that they are enjoying something, or someone who left it early saying, "Oh, it's very impactful," and you've got no idea what it really is. You haven't gone into the theater, you haven't have had the experience of the darkness and the massive screen, and the beautiful scenery, and this the scene capturing you, as well as the immense sound quality, or even the 3D effects, and the impact of the movement of the story, and capturing and gripping and the characters and so forth. This outside, this is what, without initiation. Initiation is when you ignite it, you experience the higher levels that you haven't perceived before in your life. The only thing you're perceiving now is your physical sensations and your mind, the fluctuations of your mind, positive mind, negative mind, happy, sad, sorrow. That's all. You're only feeling that. You're not feeling the flow of the subtle life force energy, the electric nature of it, and the uplifting nature of it. You haven't experienced connection with the universal energy, and the massive flow and flooding in of the effect that is cannot be described until you experience it. But if we want us to describe it, the highest positive experience you ever had, multiply that exponentially, by a factor of 1,000 or 1,000,000, right? And so many people who's watching this video, who have been spiritually initiated, have not experienced anything, and they say, "Look, I've been initiated, and I haven't, experienced anything." That's because maybe you are not practicing the correct techniques, and maybe you are doing some things that is contrary or contra indicative, to what you should be doing. So, for example, you have a little flame that has been lit for you, and then you, instead of feeding wood to increase the flame and to increase the fire, you are throwing water over it with some of your habits and activities, and unknowingly, right? So in the beginning stages, there are a few very basic rules and regulations, and a few basic exercises that need not take the entire day. The students that I have initiated, I put them into a 20-minute a day practice, right? 20 to 30 minutes a day, maximum total, when they are really, when they have time and spare time, which is like just once or twice a week, they spend maybe an hour. But other than that, at least 20 minutes, and within 1 to 2 weeks, right? Within 1 to 2 weeks, they have an OBE, an out of body experience. And I love that acronym OBE. When I first heard it, I think I was practicing yoga and meditation for about 45 years. I never knew that there was an acronym called OBE. And when I asked the student, because they asked me, did you have an OBE? I said, I don't know what's OBE. I said, an out of body experience. It's like, you're surprised, I'm teaching it for so long and I don't know what's an OBE. I said, oh, okay, yes, of course I've heard it, but I didn't know there was such an acronym. And neither did I know there's such a thing as chakra unblocking, of course. The first thing we learn in yoga meditation, right? What is chakras? What is Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraga, Anahata, Visuddhi, Ajna, and Sahasrara chakras, right? And these are just the 7 major chakras. Of course, this is the theory, and there are actually 114, relevant chakras, of which, that are related to your function as a human, of which only 21 are currently active by default, and that means 93 are not active, right? 93 plus, because 21, 114 minus 21 is 93, right? So 93 are dormant and only 21 are active by default for basic functions as a human, basic survival functions, right? So the other 93 are for higher functions. When you activate them, your power or your awareness increases because it opens up these dimensions, for you, and things that are not within your immediate experiential level starts coming within your experience. So you have another 93 levels of experience that you need to awaken, and you can experience that. This is through spiritual initiation, and the initiation, the easiest way is to get initiated by another person. And my thought or the theory states that you fall under their system or obligation, under their spiritual lineage, so to speak, and you form like a bond, with them, where you are obligated under their lineage, and that's theory, and I don't fully agree with it, right? Although I haven't myself taken a spiritual initiation under any specific mundane lineage, because I used my own regular, practices of hatha yoga, mainly hatha yoga, to it automatically loosens and awakens the kundalini energy or your spiritual life force energy. That when you just start practicing some of the higher methods like devotional service or mantra or meditation, it's like bang, it flips you open into the next level, like much easier than those who've been even initiated, I would say, because it's long-standing natural evolution, right? Together with lifestyle habits and diet. And I mean, I am or used to be someone who practiced the least disciplined lifestyle habits when the spirituality awakened. When I was younger, of course, I was very disciplined. But when I became a teenager student, I lived the best possible student life. And we were told that the student life is the best part of our life. And because we have so much of energy, and I still have all the energy, but we had the freedom, and we were very wild, with regard to, fortunately, not getting into drugs because it's difficult to get out of it, but smoking cigarettes and from high school days, and drinking alcohol and being a party animal, partying, and unlimited girlfriends. And fortunately, I had no, at that time, I had no religious barrier, right, into my freedom, as a young adult, right? As a 19, 20, 20, my up to the age of around 22, 23. A very free life, exploring, whatever the mind wanted to express itself, whatever, I tried everything once, so to speak, right? And enjoyed that aspect, and concurrently enjoyed spiritual advancement, right? Because I had created the foundation and I never lost that foundation. So when I quit all the negative habits that were dampening the forward propulsion of my spiritual progress, uh, there was no problem, and there was a stage where I wasn't actively practicing the regular requirements of yoga progress for a period of about 10, 12 years, right? But I did other practices like, prayer and contemplation, and, these things kept the flame, so to speak, possibly alive, right? And with discipline and, discipline in my lifestyle habits, but like a normal person, right? Eating a regular omnivore diet and a normal lifestyle and a business lifestyle, right? And when I, needed to access and harness the power of yoga for recovering my own health, I harnessed it and it was there, right? Because I'm initiated. So if you're initiated, you can self-initiate just by the yoga practice, right? You can download the free 5-minute yoga meditation program and do it in the comfort of your bed. This is so powerful to be able to do it in your bed. You don't have to have a yoga mat and do it on a yoga mat and a dedicated time. You have some free time. You have 2-3 minutes in your bed, free, right? Are you so busy in your bed that you don't have 2 to 3 minutes in your bed? Just to quickly do 2 or 3 postures, right? Just 3 quick postures, and just get 2 minutes, 1 minute, for meditation before you sleep, right? No matter how tired you are, you got 2 minutes, right? Or when you wake up, take a 2-minute timeout, right? For meditation in between. Find pockets of time, and this small little practice done consistently, I promise you, it's going to impact you positively and going to develop your energy centers, right? Going to balance your energy centers and start fueling your other dormant energy centers. And you're going to start noticing little subtle changes, right? Little things, your body feeling a little lighter, you're feeling a little bit more energized, you're feeling a little bit calmer, you're feeling a little bit more centered, you're starting to get luckier. The things you want to happen, you start happening your way. You're identifying opportunities that you didn't see there before. Of course, all these things were there, but by your mind reaching a more subtle and more attentive state, you are noticing more the things that are relevant for you and capturing it and not getting lost in the noise of all the daily activities and becoming more focused to your self-centered activities and self-beneficial activities, right? So this is the importance of at least the 5 minutes. It's going to self-initialize you, and you're going to harness a much better quality of life, right? I promise you. Try it. The first day itself, you're going to see some experience. You don't have to wait 6 weeks or 8 months. Try it for 5 minutes and see how you feel after 5 minutes, right? Same time effect, right? It's not like a drug, but you see the subtle. You will notice something. Really, yes, I do feel a little lighter. Yes, I feel a little more centered. I feel a little bit more calm. Yes, These are the questions. Are you feeling slightly more calm? Are you feeling a little more centered? Are you feeling a little lighter in your body? Are you feeling like after a while, few minutes, that you're feeling a bit more energy, a bit more energized? You can't put your finger on it. You can't really say this 5-minute practice, did that have an influence? Maybe not. Maybe the coincidence. Repeat the coincidence daily and you see the coincidence repeats. Right? And this is, I'd like to welcome you to an amazing, personalized life. Not my happiness bring to you, your own happiness. What's good for you? What's good for you is not necessarily good for me. You will tailor your life your way. Right? Does it mean you are in heaven on earth? No, but you can make life so much easier. You want the hard way or the easy way? You want to walk up 150 flights of stairs or take the lift, high-speed lift up? Right? So I'm offering you the high-speed lift. Right? So be sure to visit my website, yogawellness786.com.